A young football player collides heads with an opponent on the other team and falls to the ground. Dazed and confused, the player runs to the sideline to see the athletic trainer. The athletic trainer begins to ask him questions to see if he has a concussion. The head coach comes over to the athletic trainer and player duo. He begins to ask the athletic trainer questions like, "Can he go in? Can he go into the game? Can my player play?" Finally, the coach says, "We need him." I was a student athletic trainer at my high school, and I worked with athletic trainers and injured athletes. There were times where I saw the interaction between coaches and athletic trainers. There were also times where the coach tried to convince the athletic trainer that their player was ready to go into the game, even though the athletic trainer knew that they could not compete. From conversations and speeches made throughout the course, I have learned that some of you are involved in sports. Some of you either play sports or have children who play sports. With concerned athletes and parents like you at sporting events, it is the job of the athletic trainer, not the coach, to make medical decisions to get the athletes back onto the field. Athletic trainers have more of a medical background for their job, and their job involves the health-related problems of the player compared to a coach's job, even though a coach knows his or her player very well. First, let's look at the qualifications to become an athletic trainer compared to becoming a coach. Athletic trainers have a background for helping with injuries compared to coaches. According to educationportal.com, the athletic trainer search, one of the key skills of an athletic trainer is medical knowledge. On educationportal.com, the football coaches search, the key skills contain understanding the game and being good leaders. On the same website, it does not say that coaches have to have a medical background. Having a medical background means that the athletic trainers are more qualified to make medical-based decisions for athletes. Even though the coach may know the game better than an athletic trainer, this does not give the coach the right to make medical decisions for athletes because they do not have to have a medical background. Now that we've looked at the differences in qualifications to become an athletic trainer compared to becoming a coach, we can look at the differences in jobs for athletic trainers and coaches. Athletic trainers' jobs are more medical-based than coaches' jobs, which are more sport and success-based jobs. NATA.org states that athletic trainers keep athletes healthy before, during, and after competition. NATA.org also states that a coach helps athletes develop physical, technical, and strategic skills they need to play a sport. By this description, an athletic trainer is more qualified, and their job is to help athletes with health-related problems, whereas a coach's job is to help the athlete succeed in their sport. The website continues to describe both jobs. NATA.org states that athletic trainers' priority is to prevent injuries. To accomplish this, they examine athletes, collect medical histories, and check for pre-existing conditions. It also states that coaches run practice and training sessions, develop strategies, analyze athletes' performances, and guide and encourage athletes. This also indicates that the job of an athletic trainer is to help with the health of an athlete, whereas the coach's job is to help the athletes succeed in their sport. On the other hand, some people believe that the coach knows best. The coach knows the player and knows the game, whereas the athletic trainer knows the health of the player. An example of this would be a coach may know how fast a player may run, or how much a player can lift, whereas they may not know that the player has asthma. An athletic trainer, on the other hand, would know that the player has asthma because they have it documented down and because they can know the player on a medical basis. If athletic trainers have a medical background and their job involves keeping athletes healthy, then athletic trainers should make medical decisions for the benefit of athletes. In conclusion, athletic trainers should be making medical decisions for the benefit of an athlete instead of a coach. Before becoming an athletic trainers have to have a medical background, whereas a coach doesn't necessarily have to have a medical background. After becoming an athletic trainer, the job of an athletic trainer is to keep an athlete healthy, whereas the job of a coach is to make sure that the athlete succeeds in their sport. This means that athletic trainers should be making decisions, medical-based decisions, to benefit an athlete's health. With a medical background, some athletic trainers feel inferior to coaches. According to ConcussionWise.com, the Chronicle of Higher Education took a survey about athletic trainers clashing with football coaches over concussion treatment. The survey said that nearly half of major college football trainers felt pressure from football coaches to return concussed players to action before they were medically ready to go. So, why do athletic trainers feel inferior to coaches to make medical decisions, even though they are clearly capable of making these decisions based on their medical background and their job description? Thank you.